Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Destiny. In today's video, we're going to be talking about finger detangling. I wanted to open up with Galatians chapter 3, verse 26 through 29. So in Christ you are all children of God through faith. For all of you who were baptized into Christ have clothed yourselves with Christ. There is neither Jew nor Gentile, neither slave nor free, nor is there male or female, for you are all one of Christ Jesus. If you belong to Christ, then you are Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise. So as you can see in today's video, we're going to be discussing children. So one of the first questions that I want to start out with is not how you understood that verse, but how do you feel of the saying, God blesses you with kids? So go ahead and take a moment and think about your answer. Answer actually came to me a few weeks ago. I heard the saying, but I never really truly understood it until recently. So I just wanted to talk to you about my journey into motherhood. So I had Logan when I was 25, and I got pregnant right after I moved out of my mom's house. I got my first apartment. I was working at a brand new job, and this was in the middle of me like just finding myself, finding out what it's truly like to be an adult, paying your own bills, all of that. So when I got pregnant, it was really, I wouldn't say it was devastating. I mean, I did cry, but it was like, dang, I never thought it would be me. Like I'm really about to have a kid. So like during my pregnancy, I didn't really enjoy it. I would say I was just going through the motions. Like I would enjoy special stuff like finding out she was a girl and then, buying clothes and doing all of that types of things. But as far as like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant, like holding my stomach and stuff, no, I didn't do any of that. I barely took pregnancy pictures. It was like I was disconnected from my pregnancy. So when I had her, it was like, okay, I have a child, now what? So that's when I started changing. Like I was very depressed about like not being able to hang out with my friends, not being able to do the things that I used to do because I like to travel. So that got cut out. So it was like my world being put on pause, and it's like, okay, you're being thrust into motherhood. So while I was pregnant, I was prepping and preparing myself, reading things, saying, okay. So when I was pregnant, I was looking at different things. I started looking at YouTube pregnancy videos just to see what type of mom that I wanted to be. Because again, this is something that I never dreamed about. I was never the type of girl to like sit here and plan my wedding, sit here and dream about being a mother and I can't wait to be a mom. That was not me. Like that was not my lifestyle. My dream was to have a corner office like on the 16th floor of like an amazing city. Like I wanted to live in the city. I wanted to have a big office. I wanted to be the boss. And I mean, I still want to be the boss, but back then I wanted to be like a boss, like with my briefcase and running things. That is what I dreamed about doing. So when I had a child, I was like, I wouldn't say, it was just like, okay, what am I gearing up to? Like, am I still going to be able to accomplish my dreams? So again, I had just graduated from college. So I was starting my profession in human resources, and at this time, I did want to go back to get my master's. So I decided I was going to take a year off, and then boom, I'm pregnant. Boom, I have a child. So a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish, I felt like I had to put on hold because now I'm venturing into a new journey. I'm venturing into motherhood. So again, if you know me, I'm going to study whatever I'm gonna do. So like I said, I was looking at YouTube videos, I was reading blogs, I was looking at what's the best stroller. Like I was trying to think about what type of mother did I want to be. And this is raising it, but I wasn't thinking about what did I want to instill upon my children. I wasn't thinking about like, what did I want to teach my kids? And I haven't thought about that until recently. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I was more so into, okay, I want my kids to be raised like this. I want them to be on organic food. I want them to be on organic diapers. Like, if you know me, then it was Earth's Best. I wanted everybody to bring me Earth's Best when I was having my gender reveal. And then it just goes to show I don't even care about that anymore. Like, when I was pregnant with Logan, I discussed about not really being truly happy during my pregnancy, and then that happened with Parker as well. With Parker, I had a miscarriage before Parker. With that child, I again cried. I was like, okay, I'm having another baby, and it's so soon. I was feeling guilty, like Logan didn't even have enough of me time, like just alone time, like to feel. It happened really soon. And then I had Parker when Logan was about 19 months when I had Parker. So again, Logan was still very much a baby. She was still on a pacifier. So I had Parker, and then I'm being thrust into motherhood, something that I did not prepare for, something that I did not dream about. So I did go into pregnancy with Parker. I was very depressed. I was crying up to the hospital about, like, I'm not ready. But I really think, I know that God has blessed me with these girls because it has done a lot of I have gone through a lot of self-reflection with my kids as of lately, as with COVID. That was one of the things that I have reflected upon, and I'm taking motherhood more serious. My answer about understanding the meaning of kids are a blessing has come recently. I feel as though God has blessed me with my two girls because they have shown me things about myself that I have never known. So with Logan, I'm learning how to be patient and how to be gentle. With Parker, I'm learning how to be gentle as well. And I feel like Parker teaches me how to be sweet. Parker teaches me how to cuddle. Parker teaches me how to be emotional and vulnerable and just sympathetic. It's like she's so sweet, yet she can be just a little Tasmanian devil. But I just want to love on her because she's so sweet. And so I've learned to take my time with my kids. And the reason that I titled this video Finger Detangling is because it came to me, like the understanding really came to me when I was doing Logan's hair. So I posted a clip of Logan crying while I was washing her hair on Instagram a few days ago. And this video is old. It's like from a year ago. And Logan cries every time I do her hair. I can mention doing Logan's hair and she will bust out crying, saying, no, no, no. But it's something that I have to do, and it's something that we both dread because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to do her hair. She's like, oh no, you're gonna hurt me. And she's just very tender-headed, and she just does not like getting her hair done. So this time when I was doing her hair, she does like sitting on the dry. She does not mind sitting on the dry to deep condition her hair. So I was deep conditioning her hair. Then it's time to wash out the deep conditioning. So I'm like, okay, Logan, we got to wash your hair again. Here comes the tears. My child is very dramatic. So here comes the tears. So I'm like, I don't have time. It's late at night. It's about 10 o'clock at night. We got started late. That's my fault. So we got started late. So I was like, well, I'll just use the spray bottle. So I'll just use the spray bottle to spray it out, and then I will finger detangle it. So with finger detangling, that takes time. Okay. It probably took us an hour, whereas if I washed it out in the sink, it would have took us about 5 minutes. We took an hour, and I took my time really being gentle with her, and she did not cry. She did not cry at all. So being gentle with Logan, I'm learning to be gentle with myself. So again, I have been hard on myself. I'm hard on myself all the time. I'm hard on myself about being a mom. I'm hard on myself just about a lot of things in general. And just like I'm learning to be gentle with Logan, I'm learning how to be gentle with myself. So that's why I say God has blessed me with my girls, because they're really teaching me things about myself that I wouldn't have known. I would have been, out living life, out clubbing, out drinking, out doing whatever. And a lot of that stuff I don't even do anymore. Like I spend time with my girlfriends. I spend time with them, but not like I used to. Like every weekend I used to hang out with my friends. And now that I have kids, a lot of that has slowed up. I don't do nearly as much anymore. I was already a homebody, but I am at home. Okay, I'm like, you can ask me to do something, and sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'll do it, and then I'm like, I'd rather stay home. Like I like being at home, or if I'm not at home, I'm at my mom's house. So those are a lot of the ways that motherhood has changed me. It has slowed me down a lot. And there are some people who feel like I'm a grandma now, or feel like, I'm not TP. If that used to be my nickname back in the day. TP, that's like, she was turned up. Like I was always turned up. I was like, okay, where are the shots? Where are the drinks? Let's get it. But with the motherhood, like, where's the wine? After a long day, all I need is some wine, my housewives, and I'm good. So those are some of the ways that I have changed with being a mother, and how it just during this COVID time, during us having COVID, there's been a lot of trials and tribulations. There's been a lot of frustration with like me wanting to put my hair out, and then just being like, all right, the kids, they're making a lot of noise. I'm trying to work. Me getting on conference calls and them in the background. It's like, but at the same time, it is what it is. These are my kids. So am I going to have my kids being happy and be like, okay, mom is always frustrated because we make noise? No, like the way that I'm trying to raise my kids is for them to have a good rapport with me. I want to have a relationship with my kids. Like, I don't want them to reflect upon their childhood and be like, mommy was mad all the time because we used to make noise. Like, some of this stuff I just let go. And that's with a lot of the ways that I've been parenting lately. I've been like, a lot of the things, the way that I parent is just like, I want them to look back on their childhood and be like, I had a good mom. My mom was awesome. Like I don't want my kids to have any complaints about me. And that's, again, I'm being hard on myself because I question myself, like with Parker, if she's having a temper tantrum, like, is there anything that I did wrong? Did I spoil her too much? Did I hold her too much when she was a baby? But that's just me being hard on myself. That's self-doubt. And I'm going to continue to move forward in motherhood and not have any self-doubt with the way that I'm raising my children. I can only do the best that I can do. If I feel as though there's areas and there's room for growth, then I will research and I will find ways to improve upon those things. But from this day forward, I'm just gonna be the mother that I can be. I've started, praying with my kids now. The other day it was storming and the kids got scared, so I was just like, okay, let's put everything on pause. Everybody pray, everybody hold hands. And I prayed over my kids. The lights had went out. About 10 minutes later, the lights came back on. So it just goes to show you that you do need to introduce your kids to God. And that leads me to my next verse, which comes from it's Mark chapter 9, verse 36 through 37. He took a little child whom he placed among them. Taking the child in his arms, he said to them, whoever welcomes one of these little children in my name welcomes me. Whoever welcomes me does not welcome me, but the one who sent me. So I'm welcoming my kids. I'm welcoming God. I'm welcoming God back into my life, even when I wasn't on my spiritual journey, God has been with me throughout my motherhood. God has been with me because, again, when I was looking through all the things, I wanted all the fancy things. I wanted the fancy stroller. I wanted the fancy daycare. And God gave me the stroller He wanted me to have. He blessed me with Miss At, which is Portia's grandmother. Portia's grandmother has kept both of my girls since the age of 6 weeks, and she loves them like it's better than any daycare that I could have paid for, because my kids are getting unconditional love. And you know, Miss At does spoil my girls. My girls are so spoiled, but they love her so much. And that's something that not a lot of people can say, is that they had family members to watch their kids. Not a lot of people can say that their mom has retired and their mom gets their kids during the week while I'm at work. I've had a lot of blessings with my girls, and I don't know why I'm starting to get emotional. This is not intended. I am not a crier in public. But God has blessed me in a lot of ways with my girls that I can't even imagine He's going to continue to bless me. And one of the things that I always want is for my girls and I to have a good relationship. I want my girls and I to be just best friends and grow up and them say Mom, you're my best friend. And I feel as though I'm doing a good job now, because again, Logan will come up to me whenever I'm sad and she doesn't even know it and just say, Mom, I love you. Parker will kiss me. Parker, like I said, she'll hug me, and she'll hug Logan. Even when Logan doesn't even she needs a hug from Parker. Parker's right there rubbing Logan's back, kissing Logan. When I tell you I need my kids, I need my kids. And I told my friend this a few months ago. We were talking about kids, how hard it is, and I've been telling her lately I've been feeling like I need my kids. I need my kids. And I'm so glad that God did bless me with my girls, because they've been helping me through some hard times. Just me getting up out of bed when I don't even feel like getting up out of bed, getting me out of depression when they don't even know it. Kids, oh gosh, kids are so, I love my kids. I love them to death. Even though there's times that I do find myself wondering what my life would have been like if I didn't have them. I do have those thoughts. I am human. I do have those thoughts, and it's not that I'm resenting them. It's just wondering what life would have been. What would I have been doing? Would I have been good, or would I have what if? But those are thoughts that they come and they go. And then your kids do something and you're like, dang, my kids are really funny. Kids have you feeling all types of emotions. They'll have you frustrated. They'll have you wondering what are you doing? Am I doing it right? But kids are a blessing. Even if you don't have kids, because I didn't understand, what the awe was about my motherhood until I had kids. And, people will try to steal your joy about pregnancy, whether it's saying you're unmarried, or you were seeing last week's video that I wanted to send my kids out into the world with having an understanding about God. So I really feel as though to teach your kids about God is to prepare them with the armor of God. When you go out into the world, you're going out into so much corruption, especially in these days. There's just so much corruption, and there's just things that even as an adult you find yourself oh my gosh, calling on God all the time. You need to, it's my opinion that you need God. I need God. My kids will need God. So I just want to instill upon them and have them have a relationship with Him, so that they know if they ever find themselves in a place of darkness, they know who to call on and who's going to help. I will be there as their mother, and God will be there. Okay, so that's my testimony for this week. And I'm going to leave the video with a thought. We talk about our kids having generational wealth. We're providing our kids generational wealth. But are we providing our kids with generational holiness? So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and give me your thoughts about today's video. And thank you for watching again. Happy growing. All right.